I asked Connor and Leon this question. I was going to ask it both of you if you both could answer it. I know right now it stings, and it's going to sting for a little bit, and you're going to reflect on that game for a long time. But considering what you guys did for this city and what you guys did for the team and this run that hadn't been, no one's gone on this run like this since 2006. Just want to know if you can take some pride and look back and kind of share on what you felt about this run and how it went for you guys and what you guys kind of did for the city, kind of rallying the city together.
Was that?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, obviously, like it's fresh and stings, and it's tough to look past that a little bit. But I think we're going to look back and be extremely proud of where we got to as a group. But I mean, the city was incredible, and it was the most fun I've ever had by far playing hockey. And they've done a lot for this team, the city, and the support has always been incredible, and it was a ton of fun. But I think it's a little fresh still, of course. But yeah, I mean, a lot of things to be proud of, and we'll be able to use this and keep pushing forward here.
Yeah, I mean, similar to Nuge. Yeah, most fun I've had playing hockey for sure. Game 6 was maybe the best building, we'll ever play in. Like, it was amazing. The fans were amazing. I hope we have more opportunities to play in games like that. Maybe one day we'll have an opportunity to win a cup in front of fans like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard. Like, you go through a whole year and a run like that where you have everybody kind of behind you and you're making, you're creating this great story and you just fall short. It's hard.
This one's for Ryan. Just more behind the scenes. You've been on some teams in Edmonton that didn't make it to Game 7. Like, what were the biggest differences between the group that came within one shot of winning the Stanley Cup and some of those earlier Edmonton teams that you're on? Maybe more so behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've been a part of some really good hockey teams before, and obviously never got to this point. I think what separates this group is the heart and the belief that we had in this room, and we talk about it all the time, and people, I feel like, brush it off a little bit, but we believed in each other, and right down until the last couple minutes of that Game 7, we still fully believed that we were going to come back, we were going to find a goal, and we were going to win that thing in overtime. And I mean, just the determination and the will that this group has is probably makes it why it's so special to be a part of. You can be on a good hockey team, but if you don't have that, then you're not going to get to that next level. And we certainly had that, and we kept bringing it out of each other, of ourselves in all these different circumstances. So that's it. It made it a lot of fun to be a part of this group, and I think for me, that's the biggest reason we got to this point.
I guess both of you can answer this question if you can. Having played in the Stanley Cup final now, is there anything that you learned going through this experience that maybe you didn't know before this season? In terms of what it takes to win a Stanley Cup.
No, I mean, I think just belief. Like, I think there's a lot of you go through a lot of hard times in the playoffs. Like, it takes a lot to get to the Stanley Cup final. I think that's the reality. It takes a ton of work, and then when you're in there, I mean, I guess what we learned is don't go down 3-0. Like, you got to find a way to win a game. You can't put yourself in a position like that. You can look at the series. We thought we played well enough to win a game out of those first 3. We didn't. We fall down 3-0, and we still have a chance to win. So I guess that you're never out of it. You just got to keep believing. But it'd be nice, to get on the board earlier.
Zach, you've never been in this situation, either of you, Ryan, that you guys are back in less than 90 days for next season. How does that alter your off-season approach? Because I'm sure you need some downtime. Your body's got to recover and heal from whatever bumps and bruises. How much different will that be for off-season preparation for next year?
I mean, you have it two ways. In one way, you played so long that, you know, sometimes when the off season's so long, you kind of forget. You don't forget how to play hockey, but you forget you lose that competitive edge a little bit. It takes a little bit of time to get it back. Obviously, we've never gone this far, but there won't be that big of a break. And so I think from that competitive side, like some teams that haven't played hockey in 2 months, like we're 2 months closer, I would say. And then a lot of the times when you do have a short off or a longer off season, you're kind of itching. You need breaks in your training because it's too long. So I think it'll just be less of a break, and we'll take a break now, and then you'll get into it, and then maybe take like 1 week before training camp at some point, at least for me, and then you're kind of back into it. It's honestly 2 months is pretty good. Like, I like playing hockey, so.
Zach, just on the far side over here. Leon, we all know his situation coming up here, and he was a big reason, I believe, why you wanted to sign here. Do you lobby in any way? Do you try to kind of, figure out and try to help him maybe come back to Edmonton, or how do you approach that?
No, I haven't talked to him once about it. I mean, he's still got another year on his deal, and I know he loves playing here. So I don't know. I don't think there's any lobbying going on now. I think I'm sure they're in discussion. I mean, there's a lot of things up in the air, obviously, with our team management, etc. So I don't know what's happening, to be honest.
Yeah, no problem. Not sure if you know this, but Game 7 was played 13 years on the day after you were drafted. In this journey, knowing what you know now, you already talked about the adversity that you've had to face early on in your career. How could the adversity you guys faced during this 25-game stretch help the Edmonton Oilers beginning in 24-25?
I think anytime you get experience like this in the playoffs, I think obviously the deeper you go, the better the experience, the harder the experience. It for sure helps you moving forward in your career as an individual, as a group. So, I mean, I think we're going to be, as soon as that puck drops next season, we're going to be hungry and ready to go, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, it's been a fun journey. I think I say it all the time. I think everybody goes through tough stretches. I know when I first came in, we were kind of near the bottom of the league, but I feel like every player, it's rare for you to just jump into the league and be in a good team right away and make the playoffs every year. I feel like everybody's got to go through some tough years to learn and grow, and being on a group like this certainly makes those early years worth it. But yeah, it's the most proud I've been to be an Edmonton Oiler, and I've certainly been lucky and fortunate to be with this organization in the city for 13 years.